7 days are very crucial for me, you, and everybody else. Why? Because after 7 days, Jupiter will move into the sign of Cancer, as we all know, and I'm sure you must have seen my 12 ascendant video already. But till then, the next 7 days, Jupiter will be in Gemini, and guess what is happening? From Gemini, Jupiter is aspecting the sign of Aquarius. Who's in Aquarius? Rahu, the demon, the photo. I don't know, it's here or there. The demon is receiving the aspect of Jupiter. Now, what does this mean? Yeah, good, bad planet receiving good planets aspect. Oof, but this is opposite. Jupiter is in a bad sign for Jupiter. Rahu is in a great sign for Rahu. So what? Good, bad, good, bad. No, don't see it like that. Don't see it in terms of good, bad, good, bad. Otherwise, if you do, you'll be very frustrated. Now, what does the aspect of Jupiter actually do in a person's life or in a horoscope? Well, actually, it tries to expand things. So now, Jupiter aspecting Rahu, is it good or bad? will it will it will it expand Rahu and Rahu's demoniac traits? Oh, but Rahu is good in Aquarius, right? So it must be good. But Jupiter is badly placed. So what happens at the end? Well, Jupiter will try to impart a dharmic expansion. Dharmic expansion means that which is not contrary to the Vedic scriptures. So, for example, if you are a man and you want to have sex with a lady, well, the scriptures permit that. You can get married to a lady of your choice as per your destiny or as per your dashas. And then you can have sexual union and you can procreate and you can have children. That's permitted. So that is dharmic expansion. It is like saying you are taking care of another person and vice versa. The lady is also taking care of you. So you are both taking care of each other and you together will take care of the children. So it is permitted. Nobody is harmed in this situation. But now, suppose you say, no, I'm not happy now. I want more. I want more sex with different people, with different ladies. Every night I want a different lady. So then that is not sanctioned, because if you do that, it is a betrayal to your wife, and vice versa. If the lady does it, it is a betrayal to the husband. So the wife or the husband's life will be ruined if your spouse does this. Okay, so that is why that is adharmic, which means it is not sanctioned by the scriptures. It is one of the four pillars of grave sins, as the Srimad Bhagavatam says, right? Now, Jupiter will give a dharmic expansion, which means it will give you expansion in a way that others are not adversely affected by it. Now, if they are affected, what can you do if they are affected? Sometimes, if Jupiter is badly placed, which is in a way correct because Jupiter is in Gemini, and Gemini, as you know, is the original third sign. Third house is prostitution. Not a very great sign for Jupiter. The other reason is Jupiter is ruling directly the sign opposite of Gemini, which is Sagittarius. So it's like saying a planet is doing exactly the opposite of what it should do. It's sitting there. So it's like the planet wants to do something, which is Sagittarius Pisces, but is going and sitting in the sign of Gemini. So then what happens is things become superficial. This is what happens. Not spiritual life. Anything and everything becomes very vague, random, just becomes just like a thing. Now, regarding what Jupiter does with Rahu, this is very interesting. This is very important for the next 7 days because you only have these 7 days. That's it. After a long time, this conjunction or aspect will come again in the sign of Aquarius for Rahu. All right. So that's the main topic for today. And as usual, if you are new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe. And If you have made it this far, don't forget to the thumbs up. And for getting clarity on your personal life regarding your marriage, career, or health, you can always go to my website down in the description section, exoticastrology.in. The latest appointment is for, I guess, 27 July this year. Now, what is Rahu? We have learned what is Jupiter. What is Rahu? Rahu is adharmic expansion, which means I care for myself. I don't give a damn about you. You go to hell, you bloody hell, go to hell. I only care about myself. I am the only one that matters, and I am the only one that should matter. Do you understand? Now, this is in an imaginary world. This is good if one person thinks like this. But imagine everybody is thinking like this. I am the only one that should matter. Chaos, mayhem, right? And what is the sign of Aquarius? Aquarius is the original 11th sign. It's the sign which represents fulfillment of desires, hopes, ambitions, or deep rooted desires. Not just desires, deep rooted desires. Desire to be. Actually, Aquarius is very interesting. It just does not represent desire or deep desires, it represents desires which everybody else values. Imagine you get something in life which nobody wants. So even if it is the biggest achievement for you, nobody is going to clap, right? So Aquarius is not just desire, it is desiring something which everybody desires. That's what is Aquarius. And imagine you put this demoniac planet, Rakshasi planet, Rahu there. What happens? Ah, now I want everything that everybody else wants. Okay. This is what Rahu is. Rahu wants everything, and in Aquarius, he says, I want everything which everybody else wants. Not just one thing, everything that everybody else wants. And every single person is thinking like that. Can you believe it? How bizarre this is. Yeah, that is why with Rahu in Aquarius, you might have experienced, within your personal life, your spendings have increased. Show off, desire to show off, I'm the best, I'm this, I'm that. No, that's fine if it is done within limits. Within dharmic limits, it's fine. But if you are doing this in a way by putting others down, then this is very dangerous. So now you know what Jupiter is and what Rahu is. Okay, Jupiter in Gemini, superficial. Rahu in Aquarius. Oh my God. The world is not enough. So now what happens? When this aspect of Jupiter falls onto Rahu, what exactly happens? Well, there the only thing that happens, well, one of the things actually that happens is you get confused. Why? Because now you understand there should be dharmic expansion. I should not expand recklessly, but I cannot do it because I'm Rahu, right? It's like telling a criminal to be saintly. That too, the problem is the criminal is desiring hyper, like, it's like hyper desire. Everything is required. And the saint is also giving superficial guidance. So what happens? You are confused. You don't know what to do in life. You feel nothing is ever good. You feel nothing is enough. You are getting everything, but still you feel I deserve more. I think I need more. I think I deserve more. So what is this situation? This is a situation for hyper anxiety basically. And the next 7 days you can experience this. Now, is this anxiety always bad? Well, not necessarily. This anxiety can be good also, provided you channelize it in the right way. So the best thing to do during these 7 days till 2nd of June this year is to channelize your thoughts by writing them down. Why? Because you want to make notes? That's not the reason. The reason is you will, once you write it down, you will actually realize if that is a sensible desire, or if that is a dharmic desire, that desire is adharmic. Otherwise, if it is just in your mind As the Srimad Bhagavatam says, Manorathe na sati dhavato bahi. The material, the mind is like moving in this chariot. Manorathe, today I want this, today I want that, today I want to be in India, tomorrow I want to be in America, tomorrow, day after tomorrow I want to be in London, today I want Indian, tomorrow I want Japanese, this, that, okay? So what happens? You are miserable, right? So write it down and check with some senior. Is this desire permitted? Or you can learn the Vedic scriptures also. But in general, you can approach people in the spiritual community this weekend. Yes, if you want, if it is something which is tormenting you. Or you can also take the help of chat gpt initially. If you don't have any guru, any guide, you can take help of chat gpt. You can write a prompt. Hey, these are my desires, this is my current situation, and tell me, are my desires dharmic or adharmic? And within that, you have to tell, please consider that I want to follow the Vedic standards from the Srimad Bhagavad Gita and the Srimad Bhagavatam, Ramayana, Mahabharat, and the Vedas and Upanishads and the Puranas. Would this desire be sanctioned? If yes, how should I implement it? And if no, what should I do? And if most likely the answer is no, for some of your desires, you need to give it up permanently. Okay. And along with that, you can also do pranayam. Why pranayam? Because from Jupiter in Gemini, the guidance is superficial. Even ChatGPT may give you random answers. See, Jupiter, Guru, ChatGPT, Gemini, see how beautifully it's working on. So at the end, you need to realize that this is not a time to say yes to everything. This is a time to say yes to things which actually matter. So if you do that, yes, guess what? You're back in life. You're back on track. Okay. So if you can do this, fantastic. It's like superb. If you if you cannot, guess what? It's time to tick off some of the desires from the checklist. Okay. So therefore, do these things in the next 7 days and chant Om Namo Narayanaya. If you can do these remedies, chanting Om Namo Narayanaya, and of course pranayam, and take help of ChatGPT, you will navigate through the 7 days. Now somebody may say, oh, so what, just 7 days, forget it. No, it's not just a question of 7 days. The impact will be very long. The impact of this aspect will stay for very long. So you should not take it cheaply. You should not think, oh, it's just 7 days. Yes, the prime impact will be there for 7 days, but the impact will be for very long also. All right. So therefore, don't obsess over it. Don't just think, oh, it's just 7 days, or don't think, oh my God, how will I pass 7 days? But at the end, you have to make a decision, and you have to know what is reasonable, what is not reasonable. So at the end, the conclusion is choose your battles carefully. God is there with you all the time. Just look to Him and you will find Him. For direction in your personal life or professional life, you can always go to my website down in the description section. Thank you so much. Jai Siya Ram. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up and subscribe to Exotic Astrology.